Nicobar25 here, and yes, you will be seeing an upload just a few days after the last one. It's quite an extraordinary sight, but I've been preparing to do this one for a few weeks now, like 3 weeks now. But I decided to put my Great America analysis video as a priority because opening day was just around the corner when I actually got to filming this. But now I am going to be representing a group of coasters that I have yet to fully experience in all of its lust. Wooden coasters. The best one I've ridden is Lightning Racer, and the Beast if you are that kind of person, even though I have some controversial feelings about the Beast. I'd love to go on more awesome, well-known, world-renowned wooden coasters, but I'll be sticking local in North America. And this are my top 10 wooden roller coasters on my bucket list for North America. Let's kick this off. Number 10 is the Coney Island Cyclone. It's not the best wooden coaster in existence, but it's living history. And I am a huge history fanatic. I love taking deceased coasters with pride, just as a landmark of the park's past. I love riding old wooden coasters, or at least I do now. I mean, when I rode Wild One in 2014, I wasn't exactly too keen on how old it was. But I'd love to go and ride Coney Island Cyclone. This thing's been longer than my great-grandparents. Or maybe born around the same year as them. I don't know their exact birth dates. I know they're both dead now. Rest in peace. This is a living classic, and definitely on my bucket list if it ever happened to stop in New York City, especially in Brooklyn. That and I'll ride Thunderbolts as well. That sounds awesome. Non-coaster enthusiasts even have a ride on this New York City landmark on their bucket list thing to do for New York City. For me, I'm with them. I want to get on this. Number 10 is Heidi's 360, and I've heard very bad things about this ride. Some people say it's very rough for just over 10 years standing. It was built in 2005, and the original won the Best New Coaster Award for 2005, which was the first year that Golden Ticket Awards ever did that. So yeah, it was the first ever recipient of that award. I rode this when it was still original Heidi's in 2012. I learned of its existence when I passed a Wisconsin-Illinois border billboard advertising Heidi's 360 in 2013 when I returned to the Dells, which happened to be the last time I've been there. We went to Noah's Ark that year instead, and still had a lot of fun, but I was just having the desire to ride this again, experience the oh-so-slight changes of the Timberliner trains, and maybe a little bit of track work, the barrel roll, and the overbank turn. I just love to experience those, and I want to see if there's any significant difference between the original and modified. Also, it's one of 3 coasters that are that's under my half deceased and it's under my deceased list and my want to re-ride again list. So I have ridden it, but I count deceased rides as modifications, which include Mantis as well. But stop about that. I'll cover that in a later vid if I ever get a chance. If more coasters go deceased. Number 8 is Renegade, and rumor has it for August 2017, we are planning a trip to Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. And on the way by car, we'll be trying to stop, or I'll try to convince her to stop at either Nickelodeon Universe, Valley Fair, or both. My vote's for the latter. Well, Valley Fair being the latter. Because Wild Thing and Renegade is enough to convince me over a Gerstlauer Eurofighter indoors. Granted, as much as I love SpongeBob, I'd rather ride Renegade and Wild Thing. I'd also might be able to visit Galaxyland, but that's not important. This is more important right now. And for what I've heard, this is a fantastic GCI. This would have gone to Thunderhead, but I'm riding it this August, and I am excluding rides that I'll be riding this year, which really Thunderhead is the only notable one. Because what else is there? Hurler, Mean Streak, Gwazi if it was still up. Not much else. So yeah, I mean, Renegade, I have little to say about it. It's kind of an underdog coaster. Not a lot of people are too familiar with Renegade. And I've heard it's a better ride than Apocalypse SI Magic Mountain, and arguably the Prowler at Worlds of Fun, which is the 2009 Best New Coaster Award recipient. I mean, I don't know how to beat Diamondback, but hey, it's the Golden Ticket Awards. They're a bit out of their head anyway. Number 7 is Ravine Flyer 2, and this is the only reason outsiders visit Waldameer Park. This Gravity Group Woodie is the tallest drop for a wooden coaster in Pennsylvania. It's one of the tallest dropped wooden coasters in North America. For the drop, the height's only like 80 feet, but the drop's like 120 or more. This won the best new ride of 2008. It's consistently voted in the top 10 wooden coasters by the Golden Ticket Awards, if it means anything. It's an airtime machine, and I love the concept of traveling over a state highway in that covered bridge by roller coaster. I've always been fascinated by traveling across some sort of boundary by roller coaster. That's why I love Thunder Road. Yeah, bless its soul. How do they make the best decision and the worst decision all in 1 year? I want to travel to South Carolina by roller coaster. I digress. Crossing over Pennsylvania State Highway by roller coaster. That sounds amazing to me. That just sells me. I love all sorts of bizarre methods of transportation. That's why I want to get on a motor coaster. It sounds awesome. Might be uncomfortable, but awesome. I'm getting really off topic. I mean, Ravine Flyer 2 doesn't really have much to say because it's another underdog coaster. But yeah, this is really one that I'd love to get on if I ever get back to Pennsylvania. Number 6 is Gold Striker, and this is one of the newer GCIs, if not the newest GCI in North America, alongside White Lightning at Fun Spot. And this is located in California's Great America in NorCal near San Francisco, and wins the award for most tunnels, even if they're half tunnels or quarter tunnels, just a drone out sound, and feels faster than you're actually going. This thing only goes like 55 miles per hour, but it just flies through the track, flies through everything. It's so fast. It just feels so fast. It's a rush. It's the prime reason you'd ever visit California's Great America. Maybe that and Flight Deck, the B&M invert. A little trivia, Invader will end the 4-year drought of GCIs in North America. This and White Lightning were last built in 2013, and new GCIs opened this year in China and Belgium, being Viper and Heidi the Ride respectively. So, little tidbit of trivia there. Now we get to the real good ones, the ones that are consistently given awards, and lots of them. High honor roller coasters, high honor woodies, all sorts of things. These things are just on everybody's bucket list, and me included. I'd love to get on some of these. And where else do I start when I've ridden the boss? Boulder Dash. I gotta bat an eye of caution for this one, because it's a CCI. I've ridden one CCI, and it wasn't particularly a good experience. And I've heard many complaints about it being a neck buster or spine buster, but it's just, that's pretty much the only con to tons of pros. It's built around a mountain, it's an airtime machine, it's super long, and it's been voted in the top 5 wooden roller coasters by the Golden Ticket Award since 2001, obtaining the gold 4 times, 2004, 2013, 2014, and 2015. So yeah, there's tons of pros. It's a world-class coaster. It's definitely a main reason to visit Lake Compound, maybe alongside Phobia Fear this year, but that's less of a reason. And as you hear later in the video, number 1, you'll see that I'll miss an opportunity to get on this. But I had to settle for something equally great. Number 4 is Phoenix, and it might not look like much. This is just a standard double out and back wooden roller coaster by PTC. It's got some standard trains, standard layout, nothing too special it looks like, but once you get on, you realize the execution of this coaster is absolutely flawless. The story behind this is that this formerly operated as the Rocket in a small theme park in Houston, but it closed, and 40 years later or so, it was moved to Knoebels and renamed the Phoenix because it rose from the ashes of the Rocket, so it said. Another little tidbit of trivia. But I digress about that. The thing that really attracts people here is the airtime buffets. Airtime lunch special. You want airtime? Take it in mass quantities. Question your own safety. I'll allow you to do that. It's been voted in the top 5 wooden roller coasters by the Golden Ticket Awards since 2000. Right around the Golden Ticket's founding. And this thing only goes 45 miles per hour, but it seems a lot faster than that, especially at top speed. Might slow down a bit more towards the end, but it definitely feels a lot faster than 45. In fact, everything feels faster than it should at times. Not always. That last statement is irrelevant. Number 3 is the Voyage, and this is the fruit of Gravity Group's labor. This thing is amazing. It's one of the tallest wooden coasters in America, if not the planet. And it won the best new wooden roller coaster of 2006. It has the most airtime of any wooden coaster, allegedly, with 24.3 seconds of airtime. I'm just taking that with a grain of salt, though. It has 5 full tunnels, second longest wooden coaster in the world behind the Beast, and has been scored in the top 5 best wooden roller coasters since it was born in 2006, and has won the title between 2007 and 2011. So 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. 5 years in a row it won the title, and it hasn't won since. Explain that one. So, yeah, Voyage. This is one of the main reasons to visit Holiday World, and then you get Thunderbird, and it's like, yes, this is only 5 hours away, but I don't know why I haven't visited here yet. What am I waiting for? Am I waiting for a magical B&M Giga Coaster to sprout out of the ground and then take off wings before I ride it? I disregard that last statement. I just got a bit carried away. I'm trying to be funny. It didn't work. Moving on. Number 2 is Outlaw Run, and this was the first completely wooden, built from the ground up RMC to ever be built. Currently has the most inversions on a wooden roller coaster for now. Won the best new ride of 2013, hands down. And there's just few words to describe this, other than marvelous and whatever synonyms that they have there. I almost called it cinnamons. I have to get the Silver Dollar City as soon as possible. Just in order to live this thing. In order to live it, in order to ride it. Maybe a full-blown Missouri tour to Worlds of Fun, Silver Dollar City, and Six Flags St. Louis again when the bosses are RMC'ed. Hopefully before 2020, or else I'll be stuck in college. And finally, we have number 1. If you're not screaming at your screen already that I haven't put this one on here, well, here's your satisfaction. It's El freaking Toro. Sorry about the discombobulated or unaligned last pick there. I just threw that one in a hurry because the last one I used was actually a No Limits 2 model because it still had Rolling Thunder and it looked really bad res. And there's just so few words to describe El Toro other than the phrase El Toro. Just speaks for itself. It's the only in-pin plug-and-play in North America or prefabricated Woody if you want to use more syllables. And you really gotta question why there's not more of these. I mean, there's only 4 in the world. Boulder, El Toro, Colossus, and T-Express. This is one of the best. This is probably the top half. I think Colossus is better, but I'll get on that in another video if you truly want me to. This ride dominates Mitch Hawker's wooden pole, and has been consistently voted in the top 5 since 2008, even taking the gold in 2012. I cannot picture why this lost to Expedition Everest in 2006 for Best New Coaster. I can understand the Voyage because long time ago, and even still today, El Toro and Voyage have always been fighting for the best spot, for best wooden roller coaster spot. Best wooden coaster of North America, best wooden coaster of all time, whatever you say. And once upon a time, I had plans to explore the northeast coast, ranging from hitting parks such as Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags New England, Lake Compounds, and possibly even Six Flags Great Escape. And maybe Kenobi Park or something, I don't know. I mean, those were our big ticket ones. Great Adventure, New England, and Lake Compounds. I may regret actually denying that trip in order to go to Tampa or Clearwater, but hey, at least I get to ride Fury and Lightning Rod. That's quite the achievements there. Got some newcomers compared to some classics. I mean, every single ride that's listed at these few parks that is on this bucket list has been built before 2010. So yeah, that's this. And oh yeah, I forgot now. I was almost gonna end the video early, but I have a special announcement. If you stayed for this long, then you're going to be hearing a new update for new content on this channel, and it will be coaster reviews. I am a critic myself. I've been taking notes of coasters before I went. Unfortunately, I left my notebook at the last time I went to Great America, but it didn't matter because I had nothing written in it because the pen freaking died on me. I was trying to sign my name on something, but it didn't really work. I was testing the pen. I was signing my name into my notebook in order to pen it myself, make sure it's mine, but it just stopped working halfway through. So I tried reviving it the whole day, but just no. So I'm going to try bringing another notebook and a working pen this next time, and I'll be going to Great America either this Saturday or next Saturday. And then maybe a week after that, expect to see some Great America reviews. I'm planning on doing reverse alphabetical order. which means that the first coaster you'll ever see reviewed will most likely be X-Flight. And I have some things to say about that. I also will have Cedar Point, Carowinds, Busch Gardens Tampa, and Dollywood reviews later in the year. Cedar Point will come first since that's in June, and then Carowinds, Busch Gardens Tampa, and Dollywood will probably be occupying throughout the winter. So yeah, that's my update. This has been the top 10 bucket list wooden roller coasters that I would love to get on, and I will not feel satisfied with life unless I don't get on them. That's actually quite drastic. So yeah, new update, new content. You know a little bit more about my taste for wooden roller coasters, what I really want to get on, what I want to avoid. Maybe I should do it. Maybe that's a good idea for another coaster list. Coasters I desperately want to avoid. Every entry will be a Vekoma SLC. That's just my first draft. Alright, I'm getting off topic now. I don't want to make this video much longer than it needs to be. I don't know how long it is right now because there's no timer in my corner. I just click a stop button in the corner like right here. It stops the video, tells me a time later. So, I'll see you all later, guys. Hope you have a good rest of the month, and good luck. If you're in school, I wish you luck throughout the rest of the year. I got like another month to go. So, hope you all have a successful school year. I mean, I'll probably have another uploading video before finals, so, yeah. And, as always, guys, peace.